All right.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Straightened Out Podcast. I don't need no introduction. They don't need introductions. But I am Rob Pep, my beautiful, gorgeous, fabulous, amazing co-host, Antonia, a.k.a. Tonesy Macaroni, and Jennifer Graziano.
First of all, you're kissing her ass. Why? What do you need from her?
I know, that was the nicest thing he ever said about me.
Who said I was kissing her ass? I was talking to the both of you.
No, you didn't say anything
Maybe
about
I'm kissing
me.
your ass for that invite to that movie premiere.
You didn't say anything about me, though. I didn't hear
I
one
was addressing
beautiful.
the both of you.
Okay, make it clear. Do it again.
But anyway, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for tuning in another week. I'm excited
week
to
of
be
chaos.
here. Are you excited to be here?
I'm always excited to be here.
Once again, it's only the three of us because three's a crowd.
I'm not sure that makes exact sense.
It
but-
does.
So we are a crowd.
Three's a crowd.
So we're enough for everybody is what you're saying.
Exactly.
I get it now. I get it now.
I'm enough for one, so imagine adding,
Adding us beautiful, glamorous,
gorgeous, fabulous, very thin, might I add.
See, usually he's like,
I
you're
better
getting
go.
too skinny, you look like a bobblehead, you're a Jenny Craig ad.
Listen,
So that was so
mother-
nice of you to change up the narrative.
I gotta stop hating. I may start injecting. Who knows?
Yes.
Period.
My mother goes, "Oh, you lost more weight. Is that what you really want, though?"
All right, let's segue away from the
It
weight.
is.
We know you guys aren't eating, but what's up? What's going on with everyone?
What's going on? I actually have a bone to pick with you.
Oh God, again.
Because a few episodes prior, we were talking about baby reindeer.
Okay.
And I never watched TV ever. I
Okay.
can't do it. But I finally caved and said, you know what? Let me be a part of society. And let me watch
Finally.
Baby
You
Reindeer.
didn't like it.
I probably paid attention to 2 minutes of it and I was
But
annoyed.
that's probably why you didn't understand
No, I
it.
couldn't. If I'm watching something, you have to grab my attention from the jump. Like I can't be tuned in. I can't wait for I can't wait for the plot to build. Like,
Yes, and that's actually just on a quick producing segue. That's what every network tells you when you're writing a series. It's like, bring the story up. Bring the story
Uh-huh.
up. And
Well,
I
obviously
hate it.
Netflix knows what they were doing because it's number one, and she
I
was the only one
know.
who didn't like it.
I'm just
so,
happy she's finally watching TV.
Yeah. I do have another suggestion. I don't know if I mentioned it, but Under the Bridge, what happened Under the Bridge on Hulu? Phenomenal.
I'm sure Renee can answer that a few times.
Phenomenal.
I can't. That's like the
And
episode
she's
of
not here to
Sopranos.
defend herself.
That episode of Sopranos.
Oh my God,
Under
stop.
the boardwalk.
What's going on with you, Jen? Any updates? What'd you do this week?
What did I do this
Where
week?
were you? Where in the world was Jennifer Graziano?
In New York, back in New York, Antonia and I went to the Chop House, Brooklyn Chop House. We
Beautiful.
have great memories there.
You guys do a
much-
lot and don't invite me. It's kind of insulting. But I guess it's
Ditto.
karma because I don't really invite you guys
Ditto.
anywhere.
Yeah, you don't invite us, so.
Yes, we went there. What else? She went to ShopRite, which was an event, I hear.
Yes, because me and Jen were talking, she was texting me, telling me how she just ordered her groceries. So I was going to be a cultured Samaritan and actually go and do my grocery shopping. And it's a social event. ShopRite is the hottest club in Staten Island right now. I saw everybody,
Which one?
anybody.
The one on
in
Veterans
Tottenville,
Road.
in Veterans Road. A very hot commodity over there.
Okay,
you see
wait.
everyone.
Are people dressing up now to go to ShopRite, or are they still dressing
No,
down?
they were in athleisure, as was I.
Because I don't go to
They
ShopRite.
have their designer purses and their EBT cards.
Period. That's the truth. That's the way they shop over here. They get out of their Mercedes. They pay with government money. It's great. It's great.
Scam, no scam.
It is what it is.
Anyone
It
gonna ask
is
me about what
it
I've been
is.
up to?
Rob, what have you been up to?
So what have I been up
Besides being
to?
awfully annoying.
I'm never annoying. I'm real.
Shady and
My nephew made his first Holy Communion.
oh, I saw that.
my
I saw
God,
that. He's so effing
Yes. Shout out to my nephew Vincent. He made his first Holy
cute. He's
Communion.
the cutest thing you've ever seen with his little part in his hair, and I love him.
What's been going on with me?
And you bought him a dirt bike.
They got a dirt bike. I haven't really been
I
like.
thought I heard he shook you down for that dirt
he
bike.
did.
though.
He did. That thing was almost one rack. All right.
But how did he manage to get it? I want to know.
Because I wanted to buy him a chain. It's like.
A Guido chain.
It's like what's it called? Like.
The way you consummate the communion.
Yes. It's like, it's like how you got inducted into the Italian Hall of Fame.
Fame.
You get your first chain. We got him a chain when he was baptized, but now he's older. So I was like, I was like, what kind of chain do you want? And he's like, a chain. Like, I don't want no chain. He's like, I want a dirt bike. So then you go, you look, and they were the same price. But I got him the dirt bike. We'll get him the chain when he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
You know?
But he told you he's gonna erase your number.
Oh,
I'm erasing your number if you didn't give
I'm
me
not
the
even
dirt
getting into
bike.
that.
No, it's
These
cute.
7-year-olds with these iPhones are out of control.
I
Blocking
know.
people and shit.
For real, the audacity.
But let me address the universe for a second, because maybe you can relate.
Oh, I just made a video on the universe.
I don't know what the fuck
Wait,
is
what's the
going
universe?
on in
is
the
this a new fucking
universe.
platform I don't know about?
no,
Listen,
the universe. He's
the
speaking like the universe.
Because you just
I
said
don't know what's
you
in
made
the air.
a TikTok on
I
the
don't
universe.
know.
Yeah, about like manifestation
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff.
I don't. Well, people need to stop manifesting me, okay?
Ooh,
I don't know what Joe Biden and the rest of these fucking Democrat Republicans, I don't know, are shooting into the air. But people from my past are reappearing and coming back.
Happens
Yikes,
to me
Rona.
all the
It's not
time.
one, it's not two, it's like 6 people that I have not had any contact with. Some of them like 4 or 5 years now
Maybe they're trying to ride your clout train.
are coming back into my life.
You're TikTok famous now, Rob.
Yeah.
He's so smart.
I was alleged to be riding Jennifer Graziano's clout train.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
God.
And look at it just coming to fruition.
No, but I don't know what's going on with
Good
this.
job, good job.
We were just in a retrograde. Now we're in the post retrograde. These motherfuckers are coming back, and I'm like, are you coming back because you missed me? Are you coming back because you ate a chicken cutlet and it reminded you of me? Like, what is it?
It's the chicken
You
cutlet.
did mention in the last episode that you know what you have to offer in the bedroom, so maybe they do miss you.
It's the
they do.
chicken cutlet. It's always the chicken
I
cutlet.
don't know. They're coming back.
For Jen, it's always the
In
chicken
waves.
cutlet.
They're coming back in fucking waves.
That's
and
like-
it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to handle it.
Well, I'm a firm believer in don't look back.
No, I never look back. I always look ahead, but like they're like getting in front of like.
I mean, I believe it, but this doesn't mean I like practice it. But I'm just
No.
saying.
She preaches.
no,
No
you know
practicing.
what? It's nice to see old faces, but you know.
Is it really, though?
The price went up, so now it costs a lot more to be in my life, and half of them are broke. So you can't pay the admission, you gotta go.
Gone with the winds, honey.
I gotta stop using the word broke because like pretty soon I'm gonna like lose my job the way I've been saying it.
And you're
Please
going to be
don't.
broke. You're going to manifest your own brokenness.
You're gonna manifest brokenness.
No, but you want to know something? You know what someone said to me? They were like, "What'd they say about me and you?"
Us.
I can only imagine.
Someone
That we were the most
said.
annoying people on the internet. We
No,
were told
besides that we're the most annoying people on the internet, coming from one of the most annoying person on the internet
Rob, I'm
who
not touching
now
this again.
looks like an AI bot. But
You go-
someone told me
Going back, this
that me and Antonia are dangerous for the platform.
Okay.
We are.
We will soon find out.
I think because me and Rob know too much.
They said we're dangerous for the platform.
We are.
And like,
I believe I am. But I try to use my platform for good.
She is, yeah, she's very, she errs on the side of caution. She's a little bit too conservative.
yeah, no, I was
It's
gonna
not
say.
a caution. I'm just out here trying to have fun, and most importantly, I'm just trying to look good,
Yeah,
and that's
I
all I
don't-
care about. Like, I'm not out here trying to stir shit up and be messy, because it's not for me. I don't want to hear
Neither am
nothing. I
I.
don't want to know nothing.
Half-
I just want to make a buck.
Half the shit I don't even know what you people talk about.
Let's talk about a buck, right? Let's talk about our pathetic bar. We are in desperate need of like liquor sponsors and stuff.
Hi, this is me begging like a homeless man on the corner of a Manhattan City street. If you are out there and you would like to be featured on our bar, please, I'm begging you, offer it. I don't care if it's Everclear. Just offer to be up there. I'm begging you, sponsor us.
Can I tell you how Jersey Shore coded I really am at the end of the day?
What?
Do you know you can give me the best liquor in the world? The only liquor that gets me drunk is Sky Vodka.
Oof.
Okay?
What is that?
Sky Vodka is like
No, I know
$14. It comes in assortment of flavors.
And it's a blue bottle.
It's a blue bottle. I need a specific flavor. It's called Blood Orange Sky Vodka. It is the only vodka to get me drunk.
Which is why we
Oh my
have an
God.
orange vodka there,
I
but we got
know,
the wrong
but
one.
effing doesn't work.
Speaking, Rob, on his 30th birthday, literally made his own cocktail,
Yeah.
brought it in the blood orange Sky Vodka thing, put it in a wine cooler in the middle of
blacked
Bocce,
out. And blacked
he
out.
blacked out. We all blacked out. I blacked
Yeah.
out at Rob's birthday. It was so
Probably
bad.
the last time she had a good time.
Yeah.
I
You're
can't
telling
say
me.
that, but it might have been close to.
You're
What a
telling
blast.
me she doesn't have good times. This boring bitch.
I always have a blast. You all complain. I'm a blast in a glass. As said by Snooki Polizzi.
Okay.
I am.
Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this.
The meats and potatoes.
Whatever. Let's get
You
down
don't
to the
even eat
chicken
meat.
cutlet of it all. We are here.
To talk about Jen Graziano's Wu-Tang shirt.
Very Staten Island.
Shout out to
coded.
Staten Island, Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
And if I recall, a little member made an appearance on Mob Wives.
Yes,
Is that correct?
yes, Ghostface, Renee. So Renee was one of his stylists, and Drita also did a song with him.
Oh, really? I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
He's an old friend.
Very
Old
cool.
friend.
You know, I'll probably lose my Staten Island card right now, but I've never heard a Wu-Tang song before.
This doesn't surprise
Are you
me.
fucking kidding me?
I
I feel
swear
like
to
you're not
God.
Wu-Tang
You are
coded.
excommunicated from
I know.
every Staten
But
Island.
I mean, in my defense, I didn't move to Staten Island until like 2002, 2003.
Okay, but you didn't have to come from Staten Island to know Wu-Tang.
I know, but
They
you
were
know.
everywhere. They're still everywhere.
Literally.
They are still touring Europe. They have so much fucking clout
I mean,
everywhere
I know them
still.
now, like, you know, Wu-Tang.
What's your favorite Wu-Tang song?
He never heard one.
Oh, yeah. What's your favorite Wu-Tang song?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
She didn't listen or hear a
No.
song either. She's lying.
No, I did listen to Wu-Tang, but I'm not like diehard Wu-Tang,
She's
so
not
I
a
couldn't
rap
tell you what the
girl.
song was. I can't.
My goodness.
No.
I cannot name a Wu-Tang song, but I can name and recite Pop Smoke. So,
All right.
rest in peace.
I was going to say poor bastard.
They had Biggie on at the gym today.
Hence the aloofness of
Biggie.
Carla.
Literally.
All right, so today we're going to watch a few clips, right? So we're going to show how in a typical episode of Mob Wives, we can start out with one group of beefs, completely turn it around and end up with another totally different beef. And in this episode, which is season 1, episode 6, it starts out with Drita and Karen. And it ends...
Are you dumb? Are you stupid?
But that's the name of the episode, Dumb or Stupid. And it ends with that between Renee and Carla. And let's watch the first one.
Can I say one thing? Do
Yeah,
you know
sure.
if you were airing this now, you would not be able to use the word dumb?
Oh my God, is that not politically
Now,
correct?
like, you cannot say dumb.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't say dumb?
I don't think you'd be able to
I don't even think
shoot
you
the
could
whole
even
show.
use stupid I don't think you can
I
say
think
stupid
the
anymore.
show would be like so canceled. It would be so like politically quote unquote incorrect, which is one of the plethora of things I hate about today's world.
I think the pendulum is swinging the other way. We're going back to...
They better come back to this
We
time.
are. I'm seeing it more
I'm
and
so
more.
sick of having to fucking bite
But
my
thank
tongue.
God for
Not that I do.
2011.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's say it. Dumb or stupid. Her and Drita had the sickest bodies. They're so thick.
Carla spends every waking moment in the gym.
I
but
know,
she's
but
naturally fit.
Drita was fucking ripped when she did that photo
From
shoot.
soccer.
She was sick.
So, Karen comes in my house and she is bashing Lee. You're talking to the wrong person about it, and you're in my house.
If she's mad at him, why is she telling you? I don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. Not only why are you telling me, but don't rip him in my home and be disrespectful. With my temper, if it was not a friend I cared about, Karen definitely wouldn't have lasted in my house. I wouldn't have kicked her out. I would have locked the door and kept her in. She would have never left. A
Well,
real
let's
friend
stop. I
in my
have a
home.
story about something like that. Let's stop that there. So,
I actually like that was so clever and
no,
funny.
no, she's not lying because I'm going to tell you a true story. So, it was, Halloween maybe. It was some holiday. And I had just found out that my boyfriend slept with one of my friends.
Yikes.
Okay. And Drita was at my house getting ready for a date, cheating on her boyfriend. So I call her, and I can't say the girl's name, but the girl was going back to my house, and I literally just learned this. I go, Drit, she's coming back to the house. Don't let her leave. Drita goes, no problem. Hung up. She literally locked her in my house. The girl was trying to leave. She said, you can't go nowhere. She goes, what do you mean? She goes, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why. I'm not allowed to let you leave. You're going nowhere. She literally locked her in my house until I got there.
This would be called kidnapping in 2024.
Well, it's statute of limitations. This was like God knows how long ago.
Nah, but I love that.
Okay, she locks it, whatever. We all come back. It was me, Karen, my friend Roxanne, and Drita was already in the house. We come back. I can't even tell you what. Anyway, long story short, we come back to the house. The girl's still there. She's like, Jennifer, this crazy girl won't let me leave. I don't know. Drita's like, yeah, I ain't going nowhere. She said, you ain't going, you ain't going. Long and behold, what's the word? Lo and behold. Me and the girl got into a fist fight in my bedroom. Drita was still locking the door. She wasn't letting anyone leave. The girl was going to go, and I'm going to say it because we won't get canceled because nobody cares anymore. She was going to meet Puffy. And Drita's like, I don't care who the fuck you meet. And she said, you stay, you fucking stay. I don't let nobody out of this motherfucking house. If I'm not allowed to, you're staying, whatever. So it was a whole big thing. So she's not lying when she said, I will lock the door and lock her in.
I love that. That's real, like,
How old were you guys when this happened?
Oh, God, 20-something. Like, literally. Drita was younger than me. So I was, God, probably 22. So Drita was, like, 19, turning 20.
Wow.
That's ride or die.
And we literally...
I fuck with that.
And Roxanne punched her in the face. It was terrible. It was really terrible. Karen was like, I feel so bad. I'm going, shut the fuck up. She fucked my boyfriend. Karen's like, all right, but did she mean to? I'm like, you need to get off ecstasy. It was terrible. But anyway, long story short, I beat her up, threw her out. And then Puffy started calling, looking for her. And I was like, and he was going, Jen, what's up? It's Sean. And I'm going, who the fuck is Sean? I don't know nobody named Sean. I'm hanging up on him because I wasn't putting two and two together. And then finally he was like, Jen, what's up? It's Puff. Where Nene at? And I was like, oh, I beat that bitch up. He goes, I know. She just showed up with a black eye. Can you at least give her clothes? I'm like, no, you're rich. Buy them for her. But that was the Drita lock the door story, so she's not lying. That's all I wanted to say. But go on.
Dead. That's so
Fucking
good.
Anything. I don't give a flying if you hump my husband in the bedroom. I will take care of it on my own, but I ain't saying in front of your kids or where your kids can find out and hear.
She had to leave scratching her head and saying, holy did I just this relationship with me and Drita?
Karen and I, we're good friends, but there's no coming back from that fight. She showed me, that it could never be the way it used to be, and it will not be.
Okay, opinions. Let's talk opinions here. What do you think? Think about it this way. So Karen used to date Lee.
Right.
And right when they broke up, Drita started dating him, didn't tell Karen. So Karen had this bone she wanted to pick. Is it okay now, years later, to pick that bone?
I think a conversation could be had, like, if it's still something that's, clearly it was still bothering Karen. So, if it was something that was still weighing on her and she felt like she needed to talk about it, I feel like there's a way that you can have that conversation. It wouldn't have bothered me that many years later. I would have been so, removed from it. You see the woman's married him, she's got kids with him, get over it. It's really still annoying you. But if it was, I can understand why she would want to have the conversation.
There was definitely more principle to Karen. She definitely didn't care about Lee. She fucking hardly cared back then. But it was more about principle, and it was more about if we're going to be in this world together and coexist and try to be friends again, we have to address the elephant in the room.
I feel like I understand why Karen would want to talk to Drita about it. I just feel like Drita almost wasn't getting it. Or was she getting it but was trying to deflect on it?
I'm going to go with B. What do you think?
I mean, my whole thing is if we're gonna go back to the beginning, we live on a very small island. You're bound to marry, hook up with someone that your friends have been with, got with. So
No,
Right, but right when you break up is the question. So you're dating, give me a name.
Listen, I know crazier things that have happened.
Let's put it into a different perspective. Forget this, okay? So now, I have a recent breakup, right? Should Antonia go and get with my recent breakup and then not call me up and say, listen, this was what happened, this is how it went down, and just go on as if it never existed and then try to explain to the world as if it was a fake relationship or wasn't as serious as I thought it was or wasn't as serious as the world perceived it to be?
I see both angles.
No, but my thing is...
I see one angle.
My thing is, what's the truth on that? Okay, so what's the timeline?
The truth
I mean,
is-
not to say that there would be any right or wrong. P.S., you have an ex-boyfriend. If I start dating him tomorrow, if I start dating him in a year from now...
die, bitch.
No, for real. I agree.
Whether I like him or not.
What if the universe is working and like that's your true soulmate.
And that's fine, but guess
and
what?
it was Jennifer's job to bring you out
No,
together.
you good. First of all, let the body get cold. Second of all, you come and
Yeah.
you talk to me about
Yeah.
it, and we have a real grown-up
I would
conversation.
come to you and be like, I ran into
And then I
so-and-so
would-
at a bar.
And
we
this is what happened.
We
And it has happened. One of my friends did it with somebody I was dating. It does.
And like I will say, you know what? This kind of a double standard because I feel like if we were talking about men, I would say that I would like have a different opinion. I think because if it was men.
What do you mean?
I feel like I understand what you're saying. I feel like a man wouldn't care if his
If two guys are
Aren't
best
men the new
friends,
bitches?
if two guys are best friends, right? And a guy sleeps with a girl,
Well, I'll
and
give you-
dates
I'll
a
give you
girl,
the reverse of that.
right? And then his boy ends up like marrying the girl or having kids. I just feel like no man should know what the inside of your bitch feels like.
So you're saying a man would care, and it's
Yeah,
wrong
like-
for a man to do it, but okay for a woman to do it.
It's
Get
kind
the
of like a
fuck
double
outta here.
standard. I don't know.
No way. First of all, let me
no.
tell you this:
I
men.
don't think there's a double standard. I think it wouldn't be okay regardless
Let me
of the
just
gender.
say this. Men care more than women. They just pretend they don't. And they hold it in and they can shake your hand. Oh, I didn't give a fuck. I fucked that bitch. But they care way more.
Of course they do.
Okay, but I don't believe that it's okay for a woman to do it and not for a man. There are limitations on things, okay? If I fall in love with someone's boyfriend and they spent a lifetime together, with 7 years Karen was with Lee,
Yeah.
in case anyone doesn't realize that, I'm not gonna, first of all, I'm not doing it. That I know. I'm not doing it. No, I would fight those feelings to the day I die. I would wait 6 years. I would wait 10 years or whatever it may be. It's not who I am. I'm not doing that. But
Right.
if it did happen, there is protocol. You're supposed to say, hey, this is what happened. Are you okay? And if that person says no, you keep it moving. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
I guess. I see your point.
Because why do you want to be someone's friend and then watch them suffer? And every time, like, not saying that that was the case with Karen and Drita, but what I'm saying is we're having a general conversation. I don't
Yeah.
think that that's right. Can it happen in time? Yeah. Can it happen naturally? Yeah. But have a conversation about it.
Yeah, 100%.
And let the body get cold.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I'm a firm believer. Like, I don't know.
Basically,
And especially if
no one
Karen-
going after any of Jen's exes.
And especially if Karen and Drita were like as close for as many years as they were. Like, it's not like she didn't know Karen, met Karen later on. Karen was introduced to her as Lee's ex. Like,
Karen
it's not
is
like
how Drita came into our mix.
Right.
Karen brought Drita in. Drita and Karen were friends first. Then she brought him in. Then me and Drita became closer when Karen moved to Arizona. But she had a bona fide relationship with Lee for 7 years. And that was more of Karen's problem,
Right.
was that Drita was trying to minimize it and say it wasn't a real relationship because Karen had moved on. So fucking what?
No, I agree.
You know, but whatever. Let's keep watching.
I'm gonna meet Renee for dinner because after the fight with Drita, there's a lot that I have to
Oh,
get
that
off
coat.
my chest. Your skin looks amazing.
It's looking better and better.
That's the esthetician in
I
her.
went to Drita's house and I felt like I needed to talk to her. I had some things I wanted
The
to tell
issues
her.
we were discussing. Did you tell her how you feel about her? That she's a coward?
I told her that I feel like she's making up a situation and diminishing mine and Lee's
So you
relationship.
didn't really tell her how you
I didn't say the
felt.
word coward.
You didn't really tell her how you feel.
I think Renee is right. I really didn't get my point across when I went over
Literally.
to Drita's house. I think I was just mad and I was reacting to the way that she was reacting to me.
You went there for an apology.
I know. I came back to Staten Island to make peace with my past. But a lot of times to be able to make peace is to confront certain issues. One thing that I want from Drita is for her to take responsibility and just say she's sorry. I just don't know if we can continue a friendship.
Okay. So to my point, it wasn't about, it was principle
Yeah.
to her. And it was so, let me just explain this to you. This little big situation to Karen, little to Drita, this situation spawned 6 episodes of crazy drama between the two of them to the point where Karen almost killed me one day.
This is one of my favorite stories. Please
Literally,
tell.
I used to go, okay, so this escalated into the final rumble on the rooftop or whatever. And they started hating each other. What we don't see is in Drita's defense, Karen nitpicking on Lee in her house. And listen, Drita's never letting that happen. And you see her veins popping out. And she's like, if you get caught, what did she say?
If you get off bashing
there's
on
going to
Leah's
be a
father,
fucking
there's gonna be a
problem.
fucking
Leah's father,
problem.
yes. And she meant it. And she fucking meant
And
it
I
with
agree
her
with her.
whole soul.
You don't come into my house when my kids are.
You don't
Come
go
on.
into that man's house. That's his house.
Yeah.
whatever.
What, you're bashing him in his own house.
Karen don't give a fuck, and they've been through so much shit. Lee would have did the same thing in reverse. So that part, knowing the people in the situation, that part don't bother me. The kids weren't home, but I get it. This is my home, respect it.
Right.
And Drita, let her fucking have it. Karen, let her have it. And the both of them, knowing the both of them my whole life, neither one backs down.
Right.
Ever. So it was bound to be a fucking explosion. Who's right, who's wrong, who cares? But it fucking took such a toll. And like I said, escalated. So I'd go to dinner with Drita and it'd be all about Karen. Karen fucking this, Karen fucking, and this is behind the scenes. We were not filming. And I'd be like, oh, Jesus Christ. I'd go to a club with Drita. She'd start having a fight with someone else because of Karen. Karen's not even there. I go to dinner with Karen at Marina Cafe. I'll never forget. Fuck Drita, fuck this, fuck that. I'll tell you another funny story after this. Anyway, long story short, this went on for episode after episode. I literally had to stop hanging out with the both of them because they were tearing me in two different places. But one day I'm driving down Highland Boulevard.
You had to be impartial to.
I was impartial as a friend. In my mind, I know what I feel. But
what about as a producer? What was your
even more impartial as a producer? Listen, we had a great group of girls. It was me, Karen, Ramona, Roxanne, and Drita.
I have to say, as a viewer, the way you packaged it, it was hard to be on Karen's side. Like, I was Team Drita.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it wasn't how we packaged it. It was how Karen reacted. And I kept telling her this. And this is going back to
I'm still
Marina
Team Drita.
Cafe. I kept saying, Karen, you're hysterical. No one's going to believe you because you're going too hard.
Yeah.
So you look like you're trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
And you have to slow.
It was giving very, this was the love of my life. And
it
you
was
took him
giving
from
very
me,
obsession. Obsessive.
Yeah, single white female.
Single white female. What's that other one? That's what I'm going with. What was that?
It was getting rabbit on the
But
stove.
what was that movie?
Fatal
Attraction. But it wasn't. I swear on Jesus, it was not that. Karen was a dog with a bone trying to prove a point. And she kept on saying, production's not letting me prove my point. I said, Karen, it's you.
There was 100 scenes of her being able to prove her point.
In 99 of those scenes, she was hysterical almost, right? So she's so into
it goes back to it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I kept trying to explain that, fuck you, fuck that, production this is the Marina Cafe. I'm like, Karen, you gotta, even with me, you gotta chill out. Where Drita was using humor to get her point across and making America fall in love with her. But Drita's very fucking funny. My mother thinks she's the funniest person on the face of the earth, which Renee hates, but Drita's very funny. She's very charismatic.
She's very witty.
Tell a story.
I'm Team Drita on the whole thing.
She's very witty. Her one-liners are great.
Let me get to the part where Karen almost killed me. Go.
I was going to say, I probably would have sided with Karen had
Factually.
Drita not been married, had kids, again, you're on a TV show, so you have to air it out. Probably if they weren't on the TV show, they probably would have never...
No, they would have, 100%.
You think they would have?
100%, I know them. Yes, 100%. There was no way Karen would have ever been able to sit in the same room with her without clearing the air. And vice versa. I'm sure Drita had questions and things that she wanted to get off her chest too. But it was more of a one-sided thing because Karen was the ex, you know?
But you know what also looked wacky? How in the beginning, when Karen first came back, her and Drita were so oh my God, so good. Their energies were so good. And then it looked wacky, as if Karen just Karen just took a turn, all of a sudden it started to bother her.
No, it definitely bothered her the whole entire time when it first happened. I remember, I think I might have even been the one to tell her.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Somebody told her, maybe Joey. I don't know. One of us told her.
Did Drita ever not want this storyline on the show just for the kids and
it wasn't really.
marriage?
I think that Drita didn't want the storyline on the show because, my personal opinion, I think she didn't want it for herself to look bad, like she took her friend's
She didn't.
boyfriend. But also, I think, yes, because it would have been a big effect on her life with the children and all of that. But at the same time, it had to happen. But when Karen came back, I think there was a genuine attempt to just let water under the bridge. But knowing Karen is a dog with a bone. She is a Taurus, a true Taurus. She is a bull. She never lets it go until she clears it up. And she'll do that to today. So no matter what it is, she's going to confront it head on. And if it would have been amicable and I'm sorry, it would have been dead.
Yeah.
But the reason Karen went crazy with it was because Drita was like trying to say, oh, you really weren't with Lee, or it wasn't that serious, or it wasn't, you moved on. So Karen felt she was trying to diminish it and make her look crazy. But Karen made herself look crazy by the way that she approached the entire situation.
Yeah.
And then just getting back to my quick story, we were driving down Highland Boulevard and she was going in on Drita and going in on Drita and going in on Drita. And I had asthma bad at the time, and I was like, I was having a literal asthma attack from the going back and forth between the two of them for a consistent 6 months. I'm having one now. She had to take me to the hospital. Literally, I'm in the hospital. I got the nebulizer on. She's like, Karen's like, oh, like this. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, so finally the nurse comes, and she's like, takes the nebulizer off. Karen goes, is she better now? So the nurse was like, yeah. She's like, I'm fucking Drita. I was like, oh my God. That's how bad it was off camera. So we tempered it as best as we could on camera. So that's why she looked so crazy. And I told her that's your own fucking fault.
I was always, I still am, I always was on Drita's side with this whole
It was a hard
mess.
time. It was a hard 2 seasons between the two of them.
I feel like it went on it was there like the whole show.
The gestation
like
of the show.
entire
It never went away.
It
Yeah,
never
because
went away.
that one little thing
Set
spawned
off.
so many other fights and other reasons to fight, and they just never made
So
up.
2024, are we still, is there still,
They'll
is
never
it up
speak
and
again,
stuck
I
with
don't
Drita
think.
and Karen?
I don't think they'll ever speak again. There were so many things that happened behind the scenes, on the scenes. That's it. It's over, and it's sad because they were really good friends at first. We were all really good friends. And it's like, okay, why did we give that one man so much power to separate everyone,
Crazy.
You know what I always wanted to ask you?
Wow.
How were you able, like, Drita's husband was incarcerated during the filming. How were you able to record the phone calls?
Clearance. We got clearance from the jail.
You got clearance from...
Really?
From him and from the jail,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was going to say, how did you
Wow.
ever record all that stuff?
I can't believe they I mean,
I know,
obviously
well,
they were okay with that, but I can't believe that they would be okay with that.
I mean,
Did they know it was for the Mob Life show, or no?
it was always everything that we always did, whether it was a restaurant or whatever. So it was like Untitled Staten Island show. But after season 1, people realized
You
what
knew
it
who
was.
it was. You
Yeah.
saw Renee, you saw Drita coming.
Exactly. So go ahead. I think we have one more clip. No, 2 more, maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, God, Aunt Butchie.
Best chicken cutlet outside of the house.
What are you doing?
I wouldn't go that
seen Renee
far.
since-
Oh, it was
Drita's
delicious yesterday.
What's been going on? I haven't seen you.
Catch me up to speed with Drita and Karen.
I had a talk with Drita. Karen, she don't like Lee. End story. Bottom line, she doesn't like
Who
Lee.
does? I mean, except for his wife.
Well, I like him. I don't really know him that well, but I don't have nothing with him. But I'm just saying.
I don't care for him.
I guess Drita understands it. Drita, she understands it. Karen doesn't like him.
The way
But then
Carla
she
rode
comes
for
in and
Drita on
he's
this
all
show.
about it, so-
Listen, you
there-
gotta
You
respect
didn't get the whole
it.
story then. Karen is insulted by the fact that Drita chooses to make very light of the relationship she had with Lee for 7 years.
I don't think she makes light of it. She just don't give a because it's something that happened years ago with her, and she says it's not an issue in her home, which I understand that.
That shirt is so
I'm
foxy,
not
lady.
comfortable
That
with this.
Karen,
You're
that
my
Carla's
mom. You start
wearing.
going out
So
with my
what?
boyfriend. I don't give
So
a
foxy,
fuck.
lady.
Handful of
Help who you fall in love with. I mean, I'll be
I had
honest.
the-
You know
the
how I feel
chocolate mousse
about-
cake
and
from
I'm
there
not gonna
yesterday, too.
throw it all
I'm
out there
done.
today.
Look at the
You know, I
bracelets
don't
too
really
on
care for
Carla's arm.
your
They were
boyfriend.
so 2011.
This is the second time Renee brought up my boyfriend.
Oh,
if she
God.
keeps
Forget
bringing
the
this
boyfriend.
up,
Who
we're
cares?
going to have a problem.
Okay, so just from a producer's perspective, so everybody knows, there's a problem, right? And then we want to get it from, the problem stems from Karen and Drita.
Reality TV is all conflict resolution.
Right. We want to get the perspective. What does Carla and Renee think? So then we have but they really have an opinion, right? So again, it's not scripted. We just want to get them together and we want to hear what they think. So Carla right here is Team Drita. Renee right there is Team Karen. Because Renee would 100% feel the same way if one of her friends started dating Junior. And I get that.
100%.
And then Carla, who probably never had it happen to her, don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have it happen to you, you're going to have a whole other perspective
Well,
on
the
things.
Drita Karen
But
situation is
also-
rare. That doesn't happen every day.
Not on Staten Island.
No, I think it happens a lot here.
It does.
Yeah.
All the time.
But I'm saying for other people
There's only 13 miles.
outside
How
of
many
this
men could there
bubble,
be?
Literally.
So in this scene, it was just really us getting the download from them and how, what they feel about it. And then ultimately, it's like, okay, now we know where Carla stands. Now we know where Renee stands. And then you just follow from there. Go on. Oh, and in this next one, we're going to see how all of that started with Karen and Drita and how it comes full circle to end up with Carla and Renee.
Tonight, I invited Karen, but I told Drita that it's just gonna be her, Carla, and myself for dinner.
Why is there four
We're on the
plates?
same side. You two
There's
against
four
us two?
bitches.
Oh, there's 4 bitches?
Well, there ain't 3.
Who's coming? We have a surprise guest?
Did IKEA sponsor Renee's house? That is
I
so
was
early
thinking,
2000s
because
IKEA.
Carla and I invited Karen.
This one's got the
to Carla's
cigarettes at the
birthday
table.
party. Renee would pull the
Drita
same
just had a
move.
cigarette in her hands. Like, I love how they're just like all smoking.
3 people.
Mikasa dishes from her
If they film
wedding.
this, everyone would be smoking a fucking vape.
Literally.
I know. As I smoke mine.
Right, you know what? I did. But I lied. And that'll be the first time and the last time that I would lie, because I don't.
This is better. Let's pause. There is nothing I love more than when Carla makes that fucking whatever.
Me too.
She does it like once every 3 episodes.
She still does it fucking now.
Go ahead.
Where you going with that F?
No, but it's funny.
What's funny?
You do lie. You do lie.
Look at the face. Look at the face.
You lie with certain things. Everybody lies. Don't get so defensive with it.
Offensive? What do I lie about? No.
In the hand, in the hand.
No. I don't lie. I do not lie. There's one thing about me, Carla.
Is lying and fibbing the same thing?
Carla, there's one thing about me. I don't lie. I might
Being
enhance a
antagonistic.
story.
That's the best. I might
but I do
enhance
not
the
lie.
story.
me,
That's
honestly.
you. I just said this the other day. Did I not just say this the other
Renee,
day?
Renee should be my mother.
No,
And
literally.
I hear a lot of yelling, and I'm thinking, oh,
I told you because I believe you should have known. You want to call.
Oh, look what the wind blew in.
I love when Carla's facetious. It's so unexpected.
I haven't
Look
seen
at the
Drita
wind
since
blew in.
I confronted her at her house. I can tell that, she's a little bit mad or irritated, but it
Did
seemed to be
Drita
about
really
Carla
not
and Renee
know?
at the
Yeah,
moment.
she didn't know.
So you said this was like a setup.
No, let's pause. Let's pause for that. Did we see the part where Renee says...
What a great pause.
Renee says in one of her interviews, I lied to Drita and Carla, and I actually invited Karen, something along the lines of that.
She
and
said
then
she wasn't telling him because
says,
she knows Drita wouldn't have came if Karen showed
but
up.
then Drita says in her interview, just because I lied to Renee that Karen wasn't coming to Carla's party, Renee does the same thing to us and invites Karen.
Yeah.
So it was a tit for tat move.
yeah.
Renee did it, and Renee admits that she did it on purpose.
She said it was classic Renee to like do this.
But it was also classic Drita. They both did it.
Right.
I'm sick.
You're sick because you live in like maybe the Stone Ages.
I respect you.
Renee feels like if she screams louder than you, you're gonna listen. So I was like, this not gonna be going down right soon because she's just way getting like crazy and out of control. So don't say something you heard if you didn't see it, bitch.
Bitch.
And I could call you a bitch because you like that word.
Listen, all kidding aside, I'm being honest with you right about now.
You like the word.
All right, let's pause for a second.
No.
So, immediately Karen gets up, immediately Drita gets up. Typical, right, for them. I'm sitting there watching this. I'm literally behind Renee on the stairs. I don't know if you could see the staircase. There was a staircase there. We had Video Village. And my crew is like, this is getting heated. They're standing up. Should we stop the tape? And I'm like, no way, because never in my wildest imagination did I think Renee and Carla would ever have a physical altercation. If it was a scene with Drita and Karen, we would have been like, yeah, stop the fucking tape. Everybody get out of here. Get your shields. Get ready to die. But never, ever, ever did I think that. So I was like, no, keep rolling, keep rolling. So keep rolling.
We gotta stay where we can come back. You know what? Let's understand something right here. Get away from me. I can get back from you. Call me a bitch.
Mention my boyfriend's name at a Well, you're.
Wait, stop the tape. Let's rewind. Did Drita hit Karen there on purpose? Did she try to get a sneak shot in?
No.
I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, look. Yeah.
No, I think
She's
she
pushing her off. She's pushing her off. Karen looks like she's trying to get a sneak shot in on somebody with her arm like that. Go ahead, go ahead. No, but watch this. Do we really need to break things up by pulling people's hair like that?
I mean, this was insanity.
That was probably Drita's sneak attack, but not telling the
That
Karen
was
was coming to dinner.
100%.
But not telling the Karen was coming for dinner.
It was way more than that.
We're all mad, and now we're all acting irrational. We're like in each other's faces, and we're just all growling at each other like some about to go down.
My son, Carla! You wanna put your up? Kill you!
And that blurred out blur, that's me.
my favorite move in this whole entire thing.
Really hurt you.
This.
The way I'm gonna hurt you
Who's
is
the
with
blurred
my
out person?
Me.
How uncomfortable is
With
no shoes.
That's me. And then we have security come in because it got way out of control. Now Karen wants to fight Drita.
I love how you blurred yourself.
Look at her face. She goes nuts. She becomes a demon when she's mad, Drita. I've seen it way more than once. But now look, in my personal
I love
opinion,
it.
Karen and Drita really wanted to fight each other, and that's what that was really about. And they didn't because it was the other people's scene. But if they could have, they probably would have
Yeah.
that night.
No, that was so great. Drita's my favorite part of that when she rips her shoes off. That's my favorite part of this whole thing.
Going into the filming, did you think that was gonna happen that night? Or
Absolutely not. Not at all. Like I said, Carla and Renee were friends since 16 years old. They used to hang out in pastels together with this and that guy and this guy and that guy. They were such good friends for so many years. The reason why I put Carla on the show was because of Renee. The first thing I thought of was like, oh, Carla. I never, in my wildest imagination, thought that they're not fighters, either one of them.
Yeah.
Carla's got a
Yeah.
little snippy mouth, Renee's a loud mouth, but they were never physical fighters. I never thought that was going to happen, and that's what I said. I kept roll the tapes. And then when they were in the thick of it, we had the security came
Into
in
the
front of
thick of
us.
it?
What? What'd you say? What'd you say?
It's into the thick of it.
It's a
It's from the
TikTok
TikTok
song.
song.
It was like too late. It was like,
I have
Yeah.
to be honest with you. I feel like that fight is like top 5 reality fights.
it was the first fight of the whole entire.
I feel like that
of
fight,
all of Mob Wives.
that fight
That
to
fight's
Mob
up there
Wives.
with is up there with Teresa.
No, yeah, but that fight is
Did
to Mob
Teresa ever
Wives
have
what
a
Teresa was
physical
to
fight?
Real House. When she threw the table.
That was
Teresa's
not a
table
fight.
No, but I'm saying it's up there with reality TV moments.
Yeah.
Iconic
But
moments.
I think Rumble on the Rooftop
triumphs this.
surpasses.
Yes,
Triumphs
but who
this.
would have ever thought Renee and Carla would have been the first fight ever? It was so upsetting to me, like at the end of the day, because first of all, they were good friends, but I could see it brewing, but I thought they would just have like a verbal vicious
Yeah.
war because they're both a little on that vicious side, but
I don't think Carla would have ever acted that way if your sister didn't get as
yeah, but Carla
crazy
touched
as she
her
did.
first.
No, I know, but it was because your sister got as crazy as she did.
Maybe, I don't
Because
know.
she came all
Yeah,
in
but
her face over
you're
the
on
bitch
TV.
thing.
You have to
I
be
don't think-
animated.
Yeah,
But I
they-
also think the presence of the cameras make
It heightens
people
everything.
act a little bit different because Renee's not a fighter either.
No, that's
but
what I'm saying.
put your
like-
hands on my face. There's no. That's it. It's over. You know what I mean? And
No,
look, you want
yeah.
to talk about it?
It
Wanna
was
talk
over.
about it?
It was over. You might want to. What did she say? You're gonna start the war, but I'm gonna end whatever your sister
Who said that?
something like
Oh, Renee.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to war with me? Was that it?
Oh no, that was a good one. That was Carla and Karen.
You're jumping ahead.
You don't want to go to
now.
war
All
with me.
right.
No,
well,
maybe you
maybe
don't
you
wanna
don't want to go to war with
me.
me. So go ahead. What
That's
else?
not my favorite Mob Wives quote, though. So
What
I'm just
is?
saying.
You don't want him to tell you his favorite quote.
Ay. Oh, it's from the fucking.
Next clip.
Do we have another one now? Okay.
No.
Never mind.
So that was our first ever physical fight on Mob Wives, right? I'm going to tell you some more stories. After, and you know what? I'm surprised we had security because I remember security
You were going to say,
being.
what kind of budget did you have for season 1 that you had security there?
For real.
I mean, we would have a large budget.
Was it
Were you
security?
anticipating?
Or what did
No,
you...
that's what I was just about to say. I'm surprised
Were
security
they
was
security
there.
or were
That
they
might have been a
camera guys? I was going to say,
because-
they look like camera
No,
guys.
I'm going to tell you, it was a camera guy because we didn't get security until season 2 after Rumble on the Rooftop. And then it was mandatory security. And then it was like not on top. It was that. And then it was like, I don't know when we instituted
Security.
the no hit rule.
You needed fucking
Oh, okay.
psychotherapist
I
on this
remember.
show.
So that was the camera guy and me trying to break it up. After Rumble on the rooftop, it was mandatory security. After the Celebration of Life fight, it was a no-hit policy.
Oh, that was,
and
that
then it was
wacky.
like, no hit, get fired. And then it was like, we were probably the only one that ever had that policy. I don't know, other than maybe Love and Hip Hop, that there were ever such vicious fights on TV.
Like a no-hit policy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just can't believe that.
Me neither.
It's so wacky that like women would get together and like act that way.
At that age. I mean, when we were younger, me, Karen, Drita, we used to fight all the time. But at that age, like I'm talking 19, 20, 21, 22. I think we stopped at 25 probably. At that age. Again, which is why I was like, yeah, roll the tape. They'll never fight Carla and Renee.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought?
That's crazy.
And I think they kicked it off and everyone was like, oh, if this is what we're allowed to do, let's just keep doing it.
I guess it was like a playground for some.
Listen, I know we like to talk about the fights on these. I know we like to talk about the fight on this episode, but there was two things in this episode that stuck out to me more than the fight.
Let us know.
Jail mail.
Okay, yes.
How the hell is this not a current thing that's going on? I know they got the internet now, like you could talk, but like I just feel like that was an iconic.
I know, that was a...
Renee should have been on Shark Tank.
I know.
For real, that was a brilliant idea.
Here's the problem with that. Jail mail was something Renee conceived way before Mob Wives
I know she
ever
said
was
that I've
in
been
existence.
doing this for 20 years.
And literally, this girl has seen 48 of the 50 states by going on jail visits. She has written everyone and anyone. She prides herself on it. She started this, but she never really had the mechanism or and she always was waiting on me, and I was busy in college and I was busy doing this. And then when we actually did try to start it, again, we were busy filming episode after episode. So it was a timing thing. But I will tell you this, there is a jail mail movie treatment that we wrote, me, Renee, and my friend Dave, actually. It's a rom-com based on the company that Renee wanted to start. It's really funny, and I hope we make it someday. But again, it comes down to timing. But I do agree. There was jail mail, and then there was another company, Send a Package, that was on the same lines. That was a friend of ours. We should have done it. We still have the trademark. We still have the domain.
That is so good.
You know, it's just now how do you do it with the right technology? Because technology took over everything. They're allowed to send emails now.
I was going to say, I don't listen.
JPay, Court Links, Scott Commissary, you call
I don't know a lot of people
I didn't know about Got Commissary. I'm on JPay and Court Links. But
no, Got Commissary is not a thing.
It's like Send a Pack. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I made like, it's a TikTok trend.
Gotcha.
And I made like a thing to
I'm working on my trend for that.
Okay.
It's an
Mine is very funny.
They have like I heard people in prison now have like iPads and they FaceTime.
Okay, it's not.
I've never been FaceTimed by anyone in prison, but I do get emails.
I see these FaceTime videos on TikTok every day.
That's a fake. That's an illegal phone that they have smuggled in.
I mean, we probably shouldn't be exposing them like this.
They know about it. We're not saying who has it. Everybody in the government knows that these people smuggle phones. But yeah, that's not a real thing.
That's so funny. And another thing, I'm sorry, iconic Drita doing the photo shoot for the calendar.
That was so good. I'm sorry, Drita's body looked ridiculous.
Oh, and another moment that we missed was Giselle stealing the show again when she was dressed up in Drita's clothes.
Yeah.
She was cute.
So cute. And Drita was wearing, I just watched this, that's why I remember. She was wearing the crochet Uggs. Remember crochet Uggs were a thing?
With the little buttons on the side.
She was wearing crochet Uggs in that scene.
That was so long ago. But yeah, she did a photo shoot because Lee liked her pictures a lot and wanted to see them.
Wait, and she goes, last time I sent the pictures, they got sent back. I felt like they were like, I was so seen, like it was so funny.
Yeah.
That's so.
Well, what she really was saying was more obscene that we couldn't put in. So it's like,
no, but that's
probably
crazy.
True.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's like so
Season
wacky.
1 was so like iconic, like jam-packed. When season 1 ended, I would have never thought it would have
gone to season 2.
went in the way it did. Like it just kept getting better and better and better.
Why,
and
thank you.
The drama was so much more heightened every year.
I really can't take credit for that because it was so natural, but I mean the way in which we filmed it, I can take credit for it. But it was so true. And like I said, sometimes too true. It was very, very, very annoying and taxing and stifling. And It was a lot. It was a lot.
Was there anything behind the scenes of that episode and that chaos and that everything that like you feel like is important for everyone to know? Like what was something that really like stood out for you in that moment? Like you
I mean,
being
Renee
there?
wanted to unpack why Drita grabbed her hair like that so tough and was like, you could have pushed me aside. Why, like, is there an ulterior motive aggression that you want to work out with me? Drita just said she was in the heat of the moment. And listen, that's totally possible because Drita blacks out when she fights. I've seen it firsthand, so I don't know. But it was, to me, a little excessive. I wouldn't have done that to my friend's sister, but, you know.
I feel like if when I seen that, I never took notice to that until like obviously
I had to hear about it every day for fucking 5 months.
Yeah, I never noticed that until obviously conversation, whatever was brought to my attention. But when I saw, like the first thing I thought when I saw that and her like pulling her hair, I was like, Drita was just mad that she invited Karen and didn't tell her. Like,
No.
I would have seen that as an opportunity to pull her fucking hair.
That was her lick back.
Yeah, that was her
It
lick
could
back.
be.
I would have been like,
I
fuck
think it
that,
was a
pulling
lick
this
back for
bitch's
way
hair.
more
She
than
pissed me
that.
off.
I think it was way more than that, but
I would have
whatever.
done that.
And so behind the scenes, we had to have the sit downs for Renee to talk to Drita. Why'd you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Just to get them to film together again. They didn't even want, Renee didn't want to film with her anymore.
Was there a call and Renee sit down after this?
Well, yes, there was so we had a press day that we didn't, this is totally off camera. It was a press day. We're international. So we had sold our show in 27 territories internationally.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you. And we had an international press day in which press from like Switzerland and so their territories, there's like Benelux and
How long from the day you filmed that to the press day? Like, what was the time?
within the week, I want to say. I can't, don't quote me, but it was very soon. So we had all this international press and we decided to do it at Renee's house.
Yeah.
And it was it was definitely right after this. And Harvey Weinstein, who was one of my partners on the show, got on speakerphone and was like, girls, this is important. This is international press. I need you to control yourselves. And then I think Meryl, who was one of the producers that worked at Weinstein, she was one of my mentors and good friends to this day, came to that to kind of control the situation. I'm like, Meryl, you were better off staying home. There's no controlling this. And in the middle of international press, Carla and Renee go at it again.
Oh my God. In the middle of the press?
In the middle of, well, we got, I would say 3/4 of the way in. Maybe like 3/4 of the countries had left by then, and a few were left.
Who ignited the flame?
God.
Had to be Renee.
That's not true. That's not true.
No,
I mean,
only
it could
because-
be. It could be, but I'm not sure. So I honestly don't remember. I want to think back. It might. I don't remember. I really don't remember. I do remember breaking it up again and trying to. When I'm on set, I try to be like very professional, and I remember trying to be like, so this doesn't normally happen on our sets. This is such an anomaly. But it was like, yeah, I don't remember that one. I really don't know.
Behind the scenes question I have for you. You start like a season, right? So episode 1 airs. Are you done? Is filming wrapped for the whole season before something airs? Or like, do you like episode 1 can be airing and you could be filming episode 10?
So again, Mob Wives a total anomaly. We weren't even done with our network deal yet. We were already filming. So starting with that, I think I would say, and this lent to so much of the drama. I'm glad you asked that question. Because, okay, I want to say in season 1, we started airing. We started airing when we were still filming, I think, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so when Drita heard Karen say, I was riding your boyfriend in front of the picture, because there was a picture, right? Remember the painting in Drita's house? When Karen walks in for the first time, she goes, oh, I remember that picture. It was a picture that Lee and Karen had in their house when they lived together. And I guess Lee got it in the divorce, so to speak, and he took it and hung it up in his house with Drita. So Karen, on her green screen, was like, I used to ride your boyfriend in front of that picture or something like that.
Well,
but Drita heard that because we aired the episode before we were done filming, and that spiraled.
Do you regret that, or do you feel like it worked in your favor?
I actually tried to cut it, and VH1 was like, hell no. So
No,
a
I'm
lot
saying,
of,
like, do you regret airing the episodes before the rest was filmed, or do you think it worked in the favor just of, like, the chaos?
No, I get what you're saying, but I want to say I tried to get it cut from the episode because I knew the chaos that it was going to bring.
Yeah, but not that one.
I'm getting to
whatever.
your question.
Okay.
So, you mean airing and filming at the same time? Oh, do I regret it? I had no choice.
No,
but
because it worked for you. It didn't
it
work
definitely
against
worked
you.
for
Right.
us in this. Okay. Do I regret it personally? Yes. Do I regret it as a producer and working in the favor of the success
Chaos,
and
yeah.
chaos and ratings for the show? Clearly not. I mean,
Right.
what am I going to do?
It's actually kind of smart.
Say hi, I hated my success? No.
No, yeah.
But as a friend, I was like, oh fuck, this is. And I said it. And so what people don't realize is network always has final say. I had probably final say with my partners up until 90%. I had full final say on anything mob related that could get people in trouble because they didn't know what could or couldn't. So I had all that. But if it came to like, I need to cut this interview because it's going to spark chaos, they were like, fuck no, bitch. We're going to play that. You have no choice. Network was like, whatever. So I was like, okay. So I was like, what do I do now? I'm like, should I warn them? Should I tell? Like, it was so hard as a producer. And in that instance, I gave hints. I'm like, oh, you're not going to like what Karen's going to say on this episode, but it gets better for you later. Like, I was trying to save friendships between them, between me. It was so difficult.
Yeah.
That question's leading into my next question. I am a OG Mob Wife fan, and I think back, and we're not even talking about the fifth wife that was on Mob Wives, Twitter.
Who the fuck is that?
I remember the Twitter beef.
Who's the fifth
between
wife,
the-
though? Oh, Twitter is the
Twitter
fifth
was
wife.
the fifth wife.
Yes.
Twitter,
you're right. You're
Twitter
right.
was a wife.
You're right.
When I remember the Twitter beef of Mob Wives back in the day was so crazy.
So it started with VH1 saying, hey, ladies, can you guys tweet about
Okay.
the episodes in a promotional type
I
of
think
way?
you may have been too young for Twitter back then.
Oh,
I
fuck
was-
you,
No,
Antonia.
not that I
No,
was
she
too young
was.
for it. I was
She
on
was,
Twitter.
yeah.
I was actively on Twitter. I used to use Twitter all the time. But to be honest with you, like, I was too young to...
Formerly known as Twitter.
Yes, I was too young to stay, like, on top of this, like,
No, I
currently.
was on
I
top
wasn't
of the
immersed in the
Twitter.
drama because I was, like, trying to figure out who was going to buy me liquor underage.
My
And she had
Twitter,
her own drama at that age, too, I'm sure.
my Twitter profile picture was Renee with the jail sign.
People did call me
her
Renee
mugshot.
Graziano in high school, though.
I can see the correlation.
My bio on Twitter was Mob Wives meets My Life is Mob Wives meets Jersey Shore.
I'm done.
That's amazing.
I need to find a picture. I have a picture of me. We did senior pictures in high school, and they gave you the whiteboard to like for your name and whatever. And someone wrote on my whiteboard, they're like, "Oh my god, take a picture of this."
Renee
and
Graziano.
Renee Graziano was holding it like her jail pic, like
With
a
a Twitter
mugshot.
beef, like behind the scenes, like what was the tea on the Twitter beef?
Okay.
Because I remember like Drita and Karen
Yes.
back and forth on Twitter.
So, again, VH1 was like, ladies, can you guys tweet about the episodes, promote it, let people know when it's coming on? And I was like, oh, God, why are you doing that? And they used it as their platform to tell the truth.
Yeah, their
In
side
their
of the
own
story.
version. And it became, and you are correct, Twitter was the fifth wife. And it became such chaos that Twitter beef, they wanted to then talk about in the show.
Yeah.
Right? So it was like, you're in a reality show. Technically,
And
you're
you
not.
can't break the fourth wall.
You don't want to break the fourth wall. You don't want to break. It was, oh my God, Twitter caused a lot of that. Airing and filming at the same time, and Twitter caused all of it.
And I think we'll get more into the Twitter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I save
They didn't
everything.
just tweet as it
Documentation
goes
beats
on.
conversation. I could
Oh my
probably
God, he's
pull
pulling up the tweets.
I could probably pull up Mob Wife tweets from 2010, 11,
Wow.
12, 13,
But
14.
I don't even remember 2010.
But that's like what Bravo ended up doing. Bravo ended up having
Bravo.
the girls blog after every
Yeah, the
episode,
blog.
and it created the same sort of like.
There was this
beef.
anonymous blogger that took on a life of, and it was the only one that actually was so
Wait,
on
I
point.
remember this.
Mob Wives Blogspot.
I remember this.
Okay, and
But
everyone.
that wasn't season 1.
No, that was like 2 or 3.
That came on when Ange and Ramona and
They were so on point about so many
they
things.
knew everything.
No
And
way.
Renee was be like, "It's Drita, I know it is," and Drita would be like, "It's Renee, I know it is." It's Kat. They all, and then everyone was like accusing each other of being it, and it was
Very
like,
reality
But they were
Von Teese.
so good at what they were doing. And I still don't know who
Well,
the fuck it
I
was.
think
I would like to know. Can you reach out and fucking find me?
It was either someone from production,
Could be.
or it was someone on the show.
Oh, and there was a lot of theories about production from the girls too.
Really?
Yeah,
That they were, like, leaking
of
stuff?
A lot of conspiracy
Yeah, but
theories.
they
there.
still do it now to
Yeah.
this day.
What?
Production, anything on Bravo, Jersey
blame
Shore.
production, you mean?
If you sit on Reddit literally tells you what's going on Bravo before the fucking show's there.
So we had 1 or 2 leaks, but I want to pride myself on really not have, like, I feel like my producers like felt like they were part of the mob, and they're not allowed to
Yeah.
tell.
The code
Like
of
legit, some
silence.
of them really bought into it. We did have a couple of leaks, and I think Renee alluded to one of them in one of her
Doesn't surprise me.
when she was on our
She loves
show.
to allude.
No, but she might not be wrong. And we did, but I feel like we really did a good job of not leaking shit
Yeah.
as best as we could,
No,
you
but
know?
that Twitter, I remember Twitter.
That used to pop
I would be
off.
like, okay, so you're not going to be very happy with what Karen says, but it's really not that bad. Next episode, you can say something bad too. Like that was me. I'm like, what the fuck did she say? I need to know now. And I'm just
And
like,
it's crazy
oh,
what
yeah.
these girls, the chaos they could have caused on Twitter with, like, you were only allowed, 200 characters?
Back then, yeah, you couldn't say a lot.
You could only say, like, and in 200 characters, they
And you're
caused such a
abbreviating
stir.
shit. You're erasing and going back. How
I'm
can
like,
I fit
okay,
that
that
in?
word's not really necessary.
Well, I think we have covered what needed to be covered for season 1.
Maybe. We
And I
never
am
know.
ready to move into season 2.
Are you?
Okay,
I
but we have
am.
to have some guests, and we might revisit it here and there just for the guest
Of course,
perspective.
but I'm saying I'm ready to really focus on season 2. So I think we've exhausted everything in the episode. We revealed the 5th mob wife.
Broke the
Twitter.
4th wall with my blob
broke
in
the
the
fourth wall.
in the episode there.
But now they talk about breaking the 4th wall on reality TV currently.
We were trying to be so like real and authentic. We never wanted to do it. And honestly, I didn't want to be on TV. So if you ever see a blurred out blob, it was me.
It was you.
The best thing about the 4th wall, the best, example of breaking the 4th wall was Denise Richards. Watch the show. Watch the show.
Bravo, bravo,
we can't
fucking
say
bravo.
that. We can't say that.
What do you think? Like, if you were redoing Mob Wives now, if you were able to break the 4th wall, like, how do you think the show would go? Like, currently, if we were
I feel
doing
like
it
we're
right
sort
now,
of doing it a little bit here in the podcast, but we're not going so deep. But I don't think it would have been as authentic because, again, we're mob wives. We don't tell. We don't, you know what I mean? So it's like almost
we don't rap, we
And-
don't
and-
flip,
Don't
we
flip,
don't
don't
fold.
fold.
even our filming style was ingrained into this no tell, no
Yeah.
rat
No matter.
type of style. You know what I mean? So we didn't want to do it. I never wanted to do it. I had to when I had to break these bitches up. More than once.
No, but I think that made it so iconic.
More than
I'd love to see a
once.
crew jump in and break up a fight. I love to see that.
But we definitely didn't want. And if I did this again today, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would stay tried and true to who I am, who we were, and to the lifestyle that is ingrained in my fucking head.
Yeah. Not to say anything. Well, Jennifer, thank you for unpacking that episode with us.
Breaking the 4th wall.
Breaking the 4th wall, giving us all the tea, honey, and sugar of the behind the scenes of that chaos. Thank you for tuning in, listening, and watching whatever you choose. The Straightens Out Podcast. Again, I'm Tonesy Macaroni. This is Real Rob Pep. This is Jenn Graziano with 2 N's. Follow us all on social media. And also follow the Straightens Out Podcast. Okay? You're not going to want to miss it.